Now, my uncle retired from the Chicago PD and then became a Texas Ranger. Never once drew his gun. But when he walked up to the car and said, "Excuse me, can I see your license and registration, please?" You knew that he meant business, but he was very polite. And, we're missing that.
You didn't want to antagonize. You didn't want to agitate. I mean, we do have mentally unstable people, maybe some people that have some substance abuse problems, but you certainly don't want to agitate, escalate a situation to where there is going to be provocation.
Well, one of the things that your show can help with is we need a public awareness to CIT training, the crisis intervention training. You're dealing with a number of mentally ill people on the streets. Officers need to know how to deal with these people. Not like we had 2 years ago, they shot a naked man in the street. I'm afraid to ask what the weapon was, but, obviously we're dealing with somebody that's suffering from mental illness.
Yeah.
We don't kill them.
My goodness, it's this unscrupulous approaches to law enforcement that's getting people killed. Plain and simple, that's what's happening, Daniel. I mean, I like you, sit there and sit at the...
It's not necessarily unscrupulous, okay? It's not always sinister. And I don't want to paint every cop as, some kind of a sinister creature that's carrying a gun.
Yeah.
Some of them just are not trained.
Right.
There's an awareness that comes after this training.
Sure.
We have not been focusing on that.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Well, when they asked us, they said we need the tasers. They're $1,100 a piece. That will help us so we don't have to shoot as many people. Now they all have the tasers, and, instead of deploying those, they're pulling the guns.
Yeah.
I thought we had the tasers so that, we didn't need to shoot these people.
Well, we got Navy ships that are crashing into barges with the military, so it's probably the same breakdown with police departments. So, if the Navy is crashing into each other, that's what's probably happening on our streets in America. And I really appreciate your commitment to these cases and more across America, Daniel. Can you be contacted through the email for this organization, Committee for Cultural Change?
I can. They can find me. They can reach me. These girls are as good at detectives as I am.
That's saying a lot. They are really awesome.
Scary.
They're awesome.
They are scary, and the group of them, it's the first time I've seen a group like this, and there's a number of families that grieve at the loss of what we perceive as excessive use of force. We want to see this change. We want to see more arrested, and in Max's case, he could have been visited in jail and not laying in a cemetery.
Yeah. It's a shame. And listen, we've said this at the start of the broadcast, and when we talk about these wrongful death or just excessive force cases across the country, this is not anti-police officers, anti-law. This is bad apple talk. This is when bad apples do bad things, or a good officer does a bad thing because they weren't trained, and then they cover everything up.
Well, we've seen that. We've seen that. Well, look at, Slager is now facing sentencing down there for killing that man. And it took federal prosecutors to come in and actually charge him. But, now they get scared. He shot that man in the back and then got scared and put his taser down there. And, we see that. We see more and more that some of the police officers are lying. But that comes from the ethos that we have to set. We have to have leadership that sets the example.
Amen.
If you talk like this, if you act like this, if you approach the people that you're sworn to serve and protect like this, you are done.
Daniel, what is your latest book?
Oh, I've got one, Mantis, that's going into a 10-part miniseries. I'm finishing up one now called One Indiscretion.
Well, we need to talk because we were thinking that the Michael Funk story needs a producer to put together a movie or a docudrama to tell the truth of what happened in Neenah. What do you think about that?
Well, we have the people. We have the production team, and it is a story that, we may very well address. It's just that, we kind of got together with this crew of women up there. They're awesome.
They really are. They care. They care about their communities. They love our country.
And we will discuss that. We're going to probably address one more before that, and I think they all know who that is. So, yeah, we'll get around to it.
All right. Acclaimed author Daniel Storm and partnering with the Committee for Cultural Change. And I know we're going to be making a lot of changes, and good things are going to be happening in Neenah. From Eagle Nation Cycle, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this broadcast, remembering Michael Funk 2 years, and for all the families that have had their loved ones unfortunately mistreated by law enforcement officials. God bless you, my friend. God bless you all there from Neenah, and we'll be checking in real soon. We appreciate everybody tuning in and listening in. And if you'd like to write in today, here's the email address, keep.cops.honest@gmail.com. That's keep, K-E-E-P, .cops.honest@gmail.com. And if you can make a donation for the Committee for Cultural Change, I know that it will go to an amazing cause that will help families seek justice, not just in Neenah, but all across this great country. We appreciate you tuning in and lending an ear. Share this broadcast. You can do that by sending it via Facebook or Twitter, or just sending it an email with this podcast. You can be heard 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at forthepeopleshow.com. We are listener-supported For the People. Keith Allen saying all the best. May God bless.